This is Girard Sports Live.
Top of the East and Augustine sets a feed, fire three. Good!
Girard Sports Live is presented by Croc-Can Telephone, your community technology partner. Also by Ag Choice of Hepler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Brumback Service Center, Call Service, Chicken Annie's of Girard, Chris Paoni, DDS, Community National Bank and Trust of Girard, Evans Motors, Exchange State Bank, Farm Bureau Financial Services, First National Bank, Fort Scott Community College, G&W Foods Family Super, Girard National Bank, Canar Eye Care, Larrett Ceramics, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Medical Lodges Girard, Norris Outdoor, Pearls and Curls Boutique, Producers Co-op Farm Store, Producers Cooperative Association, TJ Belcher at State Farm Insurance, and Westridge Assisted Living.
Off to Hanson. Hanson, he'll drive. Libya, little runner with the right hand. Good, and the foul. Libya Hanson gets the bucket and the foul.
This is Girard Sports Live. This is Girard Sports Live.
Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Of course, Ag Choice has all the products you need to keep your crops growing, like fertilizer, crop protection products, and seed. But Ag Choice is also the first stop for keeping your livestock operation going, with a great selection of farm supplies, equipment, and quality feeds. To find solutions to all of your agricultural needs, contact Joe Murphy of Ag Choice of Hepler at 620-368-4347. Ag Choice of Hepler is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
When I wake up in the morning, love, the sunlight hurts my eyes. Then I look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day, lovely day, lovely day, lovely day.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Call's is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Welcome back to the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show here on Girard Sports Live. BJ Harris along with you, talking with the head girls basketball coach at Girard High School, Brad Herlocker. And Coach, boy, it seems like it wasn't that long ago. It was like 9 months ago that we were, walking out of Emporia. White auditorium with the biggest grins on our faces as we've ever had in our lives, possibly, and now here we are, start of the season. Talk a little bit about what it's like to go in an off season off of a state championship, and then how to and get ready to go again.
That's kind of the big difference, I think. People have asked me what it feels like, and there's just this euphoric feeling when you win sub-state and you get to go to state. There's this endless possibilities feeling, and this feeling of accomplishment for the kids and things like that. And pretty much, you run into a brick wall when you lose and go out at state, or at least that's what I did over the other 6 or 7 times that I'd been out there. And really that's the difference, is that feeling really doesn't go away. You win that last game instead of losing it. And you just continue to feel that way. And it's been a blessing, for the program and overall, even more, I think, a blessing for our community.
Yeah, so in order to win a state championship, you've got to have some pretty good players, and you did a year ago. 4 out of 5 of your starters are gone. I'm sure you're more than aware of that. How do you replace those guys, and who are some of the girls that we're going to see fill those shoes?
Yeah, 4 of the top 5, and then 5 of the top 6 actually scorers, and that's the $1 million question, and then on top of that, J.C. Murphy's just had so much trouble with the injury and that knee and everything, and she's not cleared to play yet as well. So you can actually say 6 of the players in the regular rotation gone. So it falls a lot on the shoulders from both a leadership standpoint and then also obviously a production standpoint of Sydney Crane. I think she's ready for that role, kind of relishes it a little bit. It's going to make, I think, for a fairly hard season for her, because, how she plays is how we'll play lots of nights. And I try to downplay that as much as possible, but, kids being, as ball savvy and smart as she is, eventually they kind of figure out, hey, when I have a really good night, we have a really good shot. And if I don't, so we're going to have some other kids step up, and we've got a whole group of juniors that have worked hard in our program for a couple years now, and now's their time to shine, and hopefully they step up to the plate.
You talk about, obviously, the way Sydney goes is the way you're going to go. As a kind of a philosophy, got to be a little bit of a different approach all the way around, offensively and defensively. How are things going to be different when we watch the 2017-18 version of the Trojans?
Obviously, and I joked with you a little bit, I think, do you have any 6'5" players laying around? And obviously that changes every aspect of the game. We had a lot of contributors last year, and I don't want to downplay any of those. It took every single one of them to win a state championship. But, life gets a lot easier, and there's more room for error when you have a 6'5" girl back there to guard the basket. And so with that being gone, that's something that, we've talked about from day one of kind of that army of one mentality, that everybody has their job, and for the whole group to be successful, each person has to complete their job. So defensively, going to probably be more active, and offensively, hopefully we're just as patient or more patient than we have been in the past, and really have to work to get good high percentage quality shots.
Well, it's hard to believe that the season is upon us here on December 1st, and when it happens, you're going to start out of the gate with a 4A state qualifier and have to defend probably one of the best players in the state of Kansas, if not the best player in the state of Kansas, in Tristan Gegg. Talk about the challenges that brings and how you plan to approach them, and what you expect tonight against the Grizzlies.
Well, and they're, we were able to go to their place and beat them last year, so they're not going to be in a very good mood when they get here. Probably, she's a kid that you can't really contain. My philosophy has always been that we're going to take away your plan A and hopefully plan B, and we'll see what you do with C and D. And I've found, especially over the last 2 years with her, she has such a complete game, and I don't know in the 20 years that I've been coaching that I've seen someone more proficient at scoring, just a pure scorer, pure shooter, and she really added that getting to the rim last year that finished her game out, and so it's a tremendous challenge. I think it's more of try to limit her to her average, as opposed to completely shut down. You're just not going to shut down a player of that caliber.
All right, Trojans and the Grizzlies tonight right here on Girard Sports Live. We're going to step away, take another quick break. We go back to the gym. Josh Lettner's got your keys to the game, starting lineups, opening tip-off as the Trojans and the Grizzlies battle it out right here on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics.
Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it to our members has not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crawcan. Check us out on the web at ckt.net. Crawcan Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about their ePower checking, mobile banking, and bill pay, and new Guardian Secure Checking. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC, and a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
For over 80 years, Evans Motors has provided some of the best handshakes in the four-state area. No matter what type of handshake a situation calls for, Evans Motors will guide the hand into its proper position with the correct amount of pressure. Risky handshakes, classic handshakes, or something in between, Nate and Eddie have an arsenal of shakes, roughly umpteen. So the next time you want an optimal handshake, come to Evans Motors in Pittsburgh.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their number one goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judd Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members so they are able to make the best decisions. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, or Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
First National Bank of Girard is proud to be the oldest bank in Crawford County, serving the area since 1878. With 139 years of experience, it's no surprise First National Bank of Girard has such a great reputation for quality customer service. First National Bank of Girard is committed to providing the best quality products and services, including online banking and bill pay, loans, CDs, and more. Use the convenient drive-up window or come on in and see all of the friendly faces at First National Bank of Girard, a proud supporter of Trojan athletics.
That personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. Girard National Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
G&W Foods is the one-stop shop for everything you need to feed the family. With a great selection of quality, fresh, and delicious foods, you're sure to find something to satisfy every appetite. With friendly and knowledgeable staff, the folks at G&W Foods can help you find what you need so you can get in, get out, and on your way with your day. Plus, don't forget G&W Foods for the great daily lunch specials. Open 7 days a week. Check out their weekly Facebook-only specials. The G&W Foods family super wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Make a defense of that title from last season. Of course, a great team from last year, 21-0, going to the Kansas Class 4A Division II State Championship. And of course, those of you familiar with Girard Sports will know that is the first team championship in school history. So a really big deal last year, and kind of hard to believe because of the postseason run the Trojans have had in the last few years that it's just their first team title. But a tough act to follow for this year's squad as 2018 begins early in the high school basketball world. It all starts December 1st, that is tonight. So the Lady Trojans set to host the Labette County Lady Grizzlies out of the Southeast Kansas League. This is their season opener as well here on the road. A tough matchup against the defending state champions as both teams head to the locker rooms to kind of talk over some strategy before this one kicks off. You just heard Coach Herlocker talk about this year's squad. Not a lot of returning starters from last year, just one returning starter, Sydney Crane, the point guard, and it'll be interesting to see how the Trojans operate with Crane on the bench when she's not in the ball game. They're going to miss her leadership, so it'll be a big test the first time she takes a seat tonight, see if that Trojan offense can continue to operate in her stead. But lots of players missing off of last year's squad, moving on to college and the college basketball ranks. Of course, Ashley Ray at K-State. Haley Augustine went on to Neosho County, and so they're playing hoops in the college ranks now, and the Lady Trojans left to fill a pretty big void from those two players, along with a couple other starters from last year as well. So we'll see how well Coach Herlocker's team can get things going here in the first game of the season. Again, we're about 5:45 away from tip-off. We'll step away for a couple minutes, and we'll be back with your starting lineups. You're watching Girard Lady Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Thanks to your support, Kenora Eye Care has expanded. With double the space, they offer more exam rooms, larger optical selection, and extended hours to fit your schedule. And with the latest technology, they can quickly diagnose any eye-related issues. All patients are welcome at Kenora Eye Care, the clear choice for your family's vision.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drug Store, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Welcome back to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium, Girard, Kansas, on this beautiful December 1st. It's the kickoff to this year's high school basketball season. Thanks for joining us for this doubleheader featuring the Girard Trojans and the Labette County Grizzlies. Of course, we'll kick things off with our girls matchup. The Lady Trojans, the defending Kansas Class 4A Division II state champions, playing host to, out of the CNC League, playing host to Labette County out of the SEK League. And let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Labette County Lady Grizzlies. They're led off by 5'7" senior Tristan Gegg, 5'3" senior Caitlin Helwig, 5'6" junior Peyton Smith, 5'10" junior Justice Brackney, and 5'8" senior Aubrey Sorrell. Now for the Lady Trojans, starting this year with just one returning starter from last year. That is number 23, Sydney Crane, the 5'8" senior. She'll be out there on the floor sharing starting time with 5'10" junior Jordan Ferguson, 5'9" junior Drake Worrell, 5'7" junior Gabby Sands, and 5'10" junior Kaylin Flaherty. So a lot of new faces out there on the floor for the Trojans this year. Of course, Gabby Sands did see quite a bit of playing time last year in that title run, but going to have to play a much bigger role in the offense this year if the Lady Trojans want to make it back into the postseason. Let's take a look at some of the other games going on around the area tonight. In the CNC League, Commerce, Oklahoma is visiting Baxter Springs tonight. Cherryvale on the road at Riverton. Frontenac taking on, starting the season with a rivalry, taking on the Colgan Panthers in Pittsburgh at the Fieldhouse over there at St. Mary's Colgan. And Columbus on the road to take on Cherokee County rival the Galena Bulldogs. Over in the SEK League tonight, Pittsburgh, the Dragons on the road taking on Lewisburg, and Emporia heads into Parsons to take on the Vikings. And those of you who've been over there, Parsons not always an easy place to play, but they'll have their work cut out for them tonight against Emporia. We're about 1 minute away from tip-off from tonight's game here at Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. We'll step away for 2 minutes for the national anthem, and we'll be back with tip-off of tonight's Class 4A high school basketball matchup between the Girard Lady Trojans and Labette County Lady Grizzlies. You're watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Mathis Drugstore Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drugstore, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
Are you in need of post-surgical therapies for yourself or a loved one? The employees of Medical Lodges are here to care for you. With over 50 years of serving the community, they pride themselves on having the therapy experience you deserve. In fact, Medical Lodges is the first healthcare company in the United States to be 100% employee-owned. So when you're at Medical Lodges, you're part of the family. Stop by one of their homes today and feel the Medical Lodges difference. For more information, check out medicallodges.com.
Norris Outdoor has a huge selection of quality billboards spread throughout southeast Kansas, giving you the ability to put your business in front of thousands of customers daily. But did you know? Norris Outdoor can also be where you get your next digital sign for your business, school, church, or sports venue. Norris Outdoor Signs is now a distributor of Sky Slate digital signs, giving you direct from the manufacturer pricing and giving your business a brand new look with high-resolution digital signage. To learn more, call Jared Norris at 620-249-7462. Norris Outdoor is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
Paoni Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Paoni DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Paoni has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Paoni Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to paonidental.com.
Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, and more, or stop by the farm store for feeds, equipment, supplies, clothing, and accessories. Producers Co-op also has bulk fuels and propane available. To see everything Producers Co-op Association has to offer, visit them online at www.girardcoop.com or give them a call at 620-724-8241.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, and more, or stop by the farm store for feeds, equipment, supplies, clothing, and accessories. Producers Co-op also has bulk fuels and propane available. To see everything Producers Co-op Association has to offer, visit them online at www.girardcoop.com or give them a call at 620-724-8241.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Welcome back to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium, Girard, Kansas, for tonight's high school basketball tip-off between the Girard Trojans and the Labette County Lady Grizzlies. We're going through the starting lineups here tonight. As we make the final introductions, both teams head to their huddles. We are getting set for the first game of the year in this title defense for the Girard Lady Trojans. Trying to keep the magic going after the 21-0 season last year. Have a tough first test here tonight against the Labette County Lady Grizzlies. Josh Ledner along with me tonight. Heath Atkins, we're glad to have you with us here on the interwebs. As we kick off what will hopefully be a successful year on the hard court for both the Trojan boys and girls. A lot of success last year for this girls team. A lot of questions about this year's squad, and high hopes for the boys team as well. So we'll know a lot more here in about a couple of hours. So Trojans set to tip things off. Drake Worrell out there to tip it off against Justice Brackney. Tip going to be controlled by Labette County. That's Helwig with it. Now she'll have it at the top of the key. Over into the corner, Peyton Smith. Now quickly down low to Aubrey Sorrell. Her shot up off the glass is good. So a quick 2-0 lead by the Lady Grizzlies as now the Trojans push it quickly down the floor. This is Jordan Ferguson. Her shot no good. The ball tipped around. Ferguson comes out with it. Now another scuffle for it, and it's going to be handled by the Lady Grizzlies. Back the other way. Shot up on the way by Tristan Gregg. No good. Rebound tracked down by Smith. And now out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by the Trojans. And it'll be Grizzly ball. 7:16 to play first quarter. Quick action here to start off as Justice Brackney gets it in. That pass tipped away and stolen by Sydney Crane. Now back down the other way. Her shot no good. The rebound handled by Kaylin Flaherty and tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Labette County. Trojans will keep it. Crane to inbound. Gets it into Sands. Now up top to Ferguson. Now Crane with it, back to Ferguson, now back to Crane. They work it around the perimeter looking for the shot. Here's the shot on the way from Crane, off back iron, rebounded, down low by Flaherty. Her shot up, and no good. They're going to say she walked with it. First turnover of the night for the Lady Trojans. After Flaherty pulled down a couple of boards, been unable to get the putback, shuffling her feet a little bit there, and now Labette County coming back the other way. Shot on the way from Caitlin Helwig is good. Some hot shooting to start the night for the Lady Grizzlies. Trojans find themselves in a 4-0 hole. Now half-court trap being applied. There's a quick turnover once again. That's a second for the Trojans. Back the other way from the Lady Grizzlies. Off the glass and good. Justice Brackney, her first bucket of the game. And just like that, Coach Herlocker forced to burn a timeout. And it'll be a full timeout. We'll step away for 30 seconds and we'll be back. You're watching Girard Lady Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
For all your insurance and financial service needs, call your State Farm agent TJ Belcher in Girard today.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Welcome back to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. A couple of early turnovers have the Trojans facing a 6-0 deficit here at home in their season opener against the Labette County Lady Grizzlies. It'll be Trojan basketball coming out of the timeout. Crane will inbound and bring it up the floor, set up the offense for the Trojans. Last time the Grizzlies brought a little half-court trap. This time Crane working on her own. Twists, turns, the shot no good off back iron. Crane tracks down the long rebound. Now she's trapped and gives it up. Another turnover for the Lady Trojans and a foul in the open court. That one's going to go against Jada Valley. Valley in off the bench, 5'8" freshman, seeing some action here tonight for the Trojans. Commits the early foul, her first, team's first. Shot up on the way by the Lady Grizzlies, no good. There's a scrum now on the floor for it, and we're going to have a held ball. Possession goes to the Lady Trojans.
Returning to the winner for Girard, number 2, Jordan Ferguson.
Ferguson back into the game. Is going to replace Drake Worrell. Will take a seat. Trojans having a problem answering this pressure by the Lady Grizzlies. Now they finally break it. Crane with open shot and gets it to fall. First points of the night for the Trojans, cuts the lead to 4. 6-2 with 5.5 to play. First quarter, entry pass tipped away, out of bounds. Good defense that time by Kalen Flaherty. Got to be careful. Watch coming in over the back, but able to poke that one away. And now the Lady Grizzlies inbound from under their own basket. Open shot in the corner on the way, no good off the iron. That was Caitlin Hellwig. Couldn't get it to fall. Out of bounds, last touch by the Lady Trojans. Smith will inbound for the Grizzlies. Looking, now down low. Nice entry pass, and the shot is up and good for Justice Brackney. 4 points for the night for Justice Brackney, and the Lady Grizzlies have an 8-2 lead. 5-10 here in the first quarter. Trojans break the press. Crane with it, top of the court. Nifty little behind the back dribble. Top of the key, nothing open for her. Now down into the lane to Flaherty. She'll kick it into the corner. And there's going to be a foul away from the ball as Kinsey Smith trying to get out of trouble. Got a little hip check that time from Tristan Gegg. That's her first personal, first team foul on the Lady Grizzlies. A couple of substitutions now for the Trojans as Wall comes back into the game.
First personal, Labette team foul, number 1. Returning the lineup for Girard, number 13, Drake Worrell.
And I believe,
game 21, Brittany Bailey.
Yeah, Brittany Bailey's into the game as well. Crane with it, another dangerous pass, tipped away. They're going to say last touched. Ooh, by Jade Valley, and so that'll turn it over once again. That's 5 turnovers here in the first quarter already for the Lady Trojans. Hellwig with it across center court. Now tipped away. Crane going to the floor trying to get it. Now tips it away once again. A little bit of chaos, but open three-pointer on the way, no good. Put back on the way, no good. And there's going to be a foul on the rebound. See who they're going to call. I think it's going to go against the Lady Trojans, judging by the body language.
Foul on number 21, Brittany Bailey.
Fouls on Brittany Bailey. That's her first one. She just checked into the game. It'll take her long to get involved. Shot on the way, no good, air ball. Rebounded by Aubrey Sorrell. And the pass tipped away. Trojans get some hands in the passing lane, just not coming away with the ball. Another shot on the way off the back iron, no good. Rebound tracked down by Peyton Smith. And there's going to be a foul on the floor. It's going to go against Worrell. That's her first. 13th foul on the Trojans.
Trojan team foul, number 3. Checking into the game for Labette County, number 22, Hallie Bevett.
Oh, entry pass. Nobody was even looking for it. Trojans come away with it. Bailey was looking for it. She was the only one. Another tipped entry pass. This time turned back over. Trojans. Oh, the shot won't go. It's going to be out of bounds. Last touched by Peyton Smith of the Labette County. It'll be Girard basketball, 3.5 to play. First quarter, Girard trails at 8-2. Alley with it, now Kinsey Smith tries to get it down low. That's ball's turned over again. 7 turnovers now on the Trojans. Oh, that's a hard foul. Away from the ball. Brittany Bailey really got her money's worth on that one.
Number 21, Brittany Bailey, second personal Trojan team foul, number 4.
14 fouls now on the Trojans. Just 1 on Labette County. And Bailey really, I mean, if you're going to foul, that's how you do it. It might have been a little helmet-to-helmet contact there. Now Labette County gets the inbound, tipped away again. Bailey almost had it, tipped it again, and it's going to be out of bounds to the Lady Trojans. Bailey with some active hands in there.
Returning the line for Girard, number 32, Kaylin Flaherty, also back in for Labette County.
Bailey will take a seat. Flaherty back into the ball game for the Trojans. Trojans need to get it across the half-court line. They're in trouble. Now it's a turnover. Foul on the shot against Sydney Crane. That'll be her first. And it looked like she got a lot of ball there, but the official might have anticipated that one a little bit. First shot on the way for Tristan Gregg is good. Her first point of the ball game. There's a timeout on the floor. Just a 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. And really, turnovers have been the killer for the Lady Trojans tonight. And you can attribute that to the pressure that the Lady Grizzlies have been putting on. Trojans just having a hard time getting it across half court. And then once they do, can't really get into their offense. We've seen this. We've seen Girard do this to other teams in the past. This tonight kind of falling victim to the defensive pressure. They've committed 8 turnovers here in the first quarter, and they've scored just 2 points. Lady Grizzlies lead at 9-2, just under 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Sydney Crane just whistled with her first foul, breaking up a fast break layup by Tristan Gegg. She hit her first free throw, now at the line to take her second. Shot rattles off, no good. Rebound comes down to Worrell. And the Lady Trojans coming back the other way. Crane with it. Now gives it up to Smith. Now Ferguson, they need to get it across the half-court line. There they go. They're going to have trouble getting across the timeline. Now they're into their offense. Coach Herlocker urging his team to get a little bit of motion going in the offense. Flaherty with it. She'll drive it down the lane, has it poked away, and there's a reach-in foul called.
Foul on number 30.
It's going to go against Justice Brackney. That's her first personal, second team foul. And the Trojans will inbound. Crane to throw it in from the baseline. Sands checks into the ball game. Tries the lob pass over the top. And there's a 3-second violation, I think, against the Lady Trojans. And now it's another turnover. The Lady Grizzlies coming back the other way, looking to add to this 9-2 lead. Wide open shot. Won't fall, but the rebound is there. Gegg with the rebound and the putback. 3 points on the night for her. Lady Grizzlies lead at 11-2. The pressure defense again. Half-court trap, tipped away, and another turnover. Make that 10 in the first quarter for the Lady Trojans. Quick pass down court, shot won't go, rebounds there in the putback by Justice Brackney. 6 points in the quarter for her. 13-2 lead now as the Labette County Lady Grizzlies have really opened up here against the Trojans. Girard able to get it across the timeline. Now Sands with it, puts it on the floor. Trojans work it around the horn. Worrell with it now, top of the key. And there's Sands again. Into the lane to Flaherty now. Down low to Worrell. And there's a foul called inside. It's going to be on the floor. That's 2 personals now on Justice Brackney.
Number 12, Paige Smith.
And she'll take the seat.
Check in the game. Number 20, Lacey Strickland.
Good first quarter for Brackney, 6 points.
And number 4, Jada Valley.
And we'll see if the Labette County Grizzlies can get some rebounding without Brackney on the floor. Shot up on the way, no good. A battle for the rebound is going to come down. Flaherty with it now. And her shot is good. It wasn't pretty, but it was effective. Trojans ring the bell for just the second time here in the first quarter. They trail at 13-4. The up and under layup goes for Hallie Levens. And now the Lady Grizzlies back up on top by 11. 38 seconds, first quarter. Trojans trying to get it across the timeline, and they do. And Valley, Jade Valley, getting a lot of contact over there on the far side. And the foul's going to be called on Haley Blevins.
Number 3, returning the lineup for Labette County. Number 11.
The 4th team foul on Labette County. Howick checks into the game, replacing Gegg. Shot in the lane on the way again by Flaherty. The Trojans may have found something working down low with Flaherty. They try to get their offense going here in what has been a pretty abysmal first quarter for the Lady Trojans. Pass down low, shot on the way, off the back iron, no good, battle for the rebound. And they're going to say last touch by Labette County. And that'll end the first quarter. It's one to forget for the Girard Lady Trojans. They trail it 15-6. We'll step away for 1 minute. And we'll be back. You're watching Girard Lady Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Calls is the first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Welcome back to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium, second quarter tonight. The season opener for the Girard Lady Trojans and Labette County Lady Grizzlies. After 1 quarter of action, Lady Grizzlies lead at 15-6. Trojans have committed 11 turnovers in the first quarter. Oh, almost forced one right there. Tipped away. Sydney Crane unable to come away with it, but applying the defensive pressure. Lady Grizzlies inbound quickly, whip it around the horn now. Top of the key, thought about a shot now. Second one on the way from Hellwig, no good. Rebounded by Aubrey Sorrell. Her shot no good. A couple Trojans fighting over the rebound. And they're going to call a foul on the floor on Tristan Gegg. That's her second. It's a 15 foul on Girard Lady Trojans. PA guys off by 1. It's okay. Me and the scoreboard got it right. Lady Trojans will inbound. 7.5 to play here in the first half. with it, but looking at a double team, need to get it across the timeline, and they do. Now over the top, trying to go to Flaherty. Pass picked off by Gegg. First turnover of the second quarter for the Trojans. 11th of the first half, foul on the floor. As Gegg pushing it the other way. Foul's going to go against Jade Valley.
Foul on number 4, Jade Valley, second personal, Trojan team foul number 6.
Valley's seen a lot of time here tonight. Oh! Serious contact. They're both going for the ball there. Jordan Ferguson, I think, is going to end up picking up the...
Foul on number 2, Jordan Ferguson. Her first personal, Trojan team foul number 7.
It's her first 7th team foul on the Lady Trojans, so 1-and-1 opportunity here for the Lady Grizzlies. They are in the bonus.
Number 12, Peyton Smith.
Smith hits her first. Pushes the lead to 10, 16-6 with 7:05 to play first half. Second shot on the way, off the iron, no good. Rebound comes away to Ferguson. Now Crane with it, into the lane, looking for help. Picks up her dribble. Now down low, shot no good by Ferguson. And Labette County coming back the other way with it. Hellwig with it now, into the corner. Gets it back. Now an open shot on the way for Smith, won't go. Long rebound. Once again, a collision on the outside. They're going to call a held ball. Possession arrow favors the Lady Trojans. Now they break the timeline. Valley with it. Now to Crane. Working with the dribble, spinning, shot on the way, it's good. She worked hard for that one. 4 points on the night for Sydney Crane. They trail it by 8, 16-8. 6:09 left to play. First half, a turnover by the Lady Grizzlies. Only their 5th of the night.
For Girard, number 13, Drake Worrell. Also
Lady
for the Trojans, 21, Brittany Bailey.
Lady Trojans have it, 6:05 to play. First half trailing 16-8. Ooh, almost picked off. Now to Crane on the wing. She'll take another jump shot on the way, no good, off the iron. Foul on the rebound. That one's going to go against Drake Worrell. That'll be her second. 8th team foul on Lady Trojans.
Foul on number 13, Drake Worrell. Second personal Trojan team foul. Number 8, back to the line.
We'll send Haley Bevins to the line
Lacey Strickland.
for her first free throw attempt of the night. See a little coaching going on there in the foreground. Shot is on the way and rattles in.
22, Haley Bevins.
3 points on the night for Bevins. Second shot on the way is good. Once again, the pressure being applied by Labette County. Trojans break it. Crane with it on the wing. She'll take a three-pointer off the iron, no good. And here comes Labette County quickly the other way. Into the corner, Sorrell. She'll pass it down low. Shot on the way. No good. They're going to whistle. Brittany Bailey with the foul. That'll be her third. 9th team foul on the Trojans, as they are rapidly approaching the double bonus. Shot.
Number 12, Peyton Smith. For the Grizzlies, number 54, correction, checking into the Grizzlies. 54, Faith Oakley.
Smith with her second point of the night. Shot on the way, no good. Smith 2 for 4 from the line. Those are her only 2 points. She kind of laughs coming up the floor about that one. Not probably her best effort in the charity stripe. 5:20 to play, first half. Lady Trojans trail at 19-8. Trying to get it across the timeline here against some pressure from Labette County. A little bit of hand checking going on. And they're going to whistle Haley Blevins with the foul. That's her second. 6-team foul against Labette County. And will set the offense for the Trojans. And there's going to be a moving screen against the Lady Trojans. They'll whistle that against Drake Worrell. That's her third. 10th team foul for the Lady Trojans. And that should be shooting 2, but this will just inbound. Crane able to get away with it. Some nifty dribbling there. Looked like there could have been a steal there, but she came away with it. Now working, looking down low. She'll keep her dribble. That's baseline. Shot on the way, no good, but she's going to draw a foul. It's going to go against Peyton Smith. It'll be her first. And now the Lady Trojans in the bonus. Shot on the way from Crane, rattled around, and it's good. 5 points on the night for Crane to lead the Trojans. 4:45 to play first half. Girard trailing by 10, 19-9. Second shot on the way is good. 6 points for Sydney Crane. Trojans need a stop defensively here as Tristan Gegg works it up the floor. Now Peyton Smith with it, being guarded by Valley. She'll get it down low as they work the inside passing lanes. And it'll be a foul, blocking foul on the floor. I think this one's going to go against Kaylin Flaherty. Oh, no. Alyssa Gardner picks up her first. Doesn't matter how many team fouls anymore. First free throw on the way is no good by Faith Hosey.
Number 20, Kinsey Kester. Returning to the line for Girard, number 12, Kinsey Smith.
Second shot. Oh, off the back iron. But able to chase down her own rebound is Hosey. And now the Lady Grizzlies back in business. Long shot on the way. A little too strong. Labette County comes away with the rebound. Shot partially blocked. Flaherty comes away with it. Now the Lady Trojans back in business. Crane almost loses it. Now does lose it. Double team trying to dribble through it. And the layup is up and good for Tristan Gegg. Right back with it quickly. No pressure this time from the Lady Grizzlies. 3:47. Crane three-pointer on the way is good. 9 points down the ball game for Crane. Trojans trail it 21-13. 3:33 to play. Another turnover by the Lady Grizzlies. And Crane back the other way will draw a foul under the bucket. Upset with herself that she couldn't get the shot to fall. Foul against number 14, Michaela Forbes.
Back in the lineup.
Just checked into the ball game.
Number 11, Taylor Holloway, and 53, Aubrey Sorrell.
There's a timeout on the floor. 3:26 to play, first half. Lady Trojans looked better here in the second quarter than they did in the first. They just started out really poorly against that defensive pressure of the Lady Grizzlies, working that half-court trap. It hasn't been full court pressure all night, but they pick them up about 2/3 of the way down the floor, and Trojans have not done well against the double team, against the trap, and haven't passed the ball very sharply tonight at all. And then you combine that with a weeknight shooting, and it's been a recipe for disaster here in the first half of the Lady Trojans. Now Sydney Crane trying to provide a little sunshine here for the Trojans at the line to shoot two. First on the way, no good. Guess it was a 1-and-1. They called it on the floor. And the shot on the way, no good. The rebound is up and good by Peyton Smith. 4 points in the ball game for Smith. Another turnover by the Lady Trojans. Dribbled out of bounds that time. Just not taking very good care of the basketball tonight. Labette County spent all night in those passing lanes. The Trojans not passing it sharply, not moving their feet to get open, and it's not working out very well. Now Crane double teamed once again. She'll put it on the floor into the corner, and you gotta be careful dribbling in the corner. You make that out of bounds line, the third defender, and in that case the fourth defender. Really put yourself in a box. Tipped out of bounds. Trojans will keep it. 2:50 to play, first half. We trail it by 10, 23-13. Now Smith with it up top, over to Crane. Three-pointer on the way, no good. And Labette County will let it go out of bounds. And they'll have it. 2:40 to play, first half, leading by 10. Token pressure being applied by Crane. They back it off going down the floor. And a travel call against Peyton Smith as she tried to drive down the lane. Just pulled the old LeBron James. Took a step or three too many. It's a lot easier when you just tuck it, you know, throw a stiff arm, go for the bucket. Lady Trojans now, here's that half-court pressure again. Had an open man under the basket, didn't see it. Now Flaherty with it on the baseline. They're going to call it offensive foul against her. It's her first personal of the night.
Entering the lineup for the Trojans, number 2, Jordan Ferguson.
Another turnover for the Lady Trojans. It's about 15 on the night now. Probably call it 16. Rattles around and good. Aubrey Sorrell, her fourth point of the night. The lead is 12, under 2 minutes to play, first half. Lady Trojans just not sure where to go with the ball. Was Kinsey Smith.
And number 14, Gabby Sand.
This half-court pressure has really got the Trojans confused. Frustrated. They just need this first half to come to an end so they can go in the locker room and talk this thing over. Oh, there's a turnover by Labette County. Coming back the other way is Jada Valley. Her shot off the iron, no good. No foul call until after the rebound. That's going to go against Jordan Ferguson. That'll be her second. Like the 23rd team foul or something like that. Minute and a half to play. Crane trying to get some pressure out there on the perimeter. Minute 20 now. Elwig down low to that was Sorrell, and they're going to call that foul against Jordan Ferguson. Crowd here wanted to travel, but not the call.
Back into the Trojans, 32, David Flaherty.
First shot on the way from Sorrell, no good. Flaherty checks back into the game, replacing Ferguson. Second shot on the way from Sorrell is good. 5 points on the night for Sorrell. 13-point lead for the Lady Grizzlies. 1:10 to play first half. Valley with it. She'll put it on the floor. Baseline. And a blocking foul. This time it's going to go against Aubrey Sorrell.
Aubrey Sorrell, first personal. Team foul, number 10. Correction, number 9.
Valley's first free throw of the night. Upcoming. No good. Rebound comes down to Sorrell. Labette County quickly the other way. It's going to be a held ball. The Trojans will keep it. Quick hands that time by Flaherty to get in there and strip that one out. It was either going to be a held ball or a steal. Trojans get it across the timeline. Shot on the way, no good by Smith. Lady Grizzlies come away with the rebound. Quickly back the other way. Here is Sorrell. Her shot, no good. Rebounded by Flaherty. Now Crane wants to lead the break the other way. Straight down the lane. Shot on the way is good. Oh! They called a charge on Crane.
23, Sydney Crane, second personal.
Oh, wow. Second personal on Crane, and she's got to be kind of beside herself about that one. That's pretty deep under the basket to be calling a charge. They don't have the little shot of the way on the other end. It's good. Sorrell. And that'll end the first half. Man, a rough first half for the Girard Lady Trojans. About 20 team fouls, about 25 turnovers. And they're looking at a
This is Girard Sports Live.
For more than 20 years, Call Service has been serving Southeast Kansas. Right now, Call Service has a huge selection of hand-cooked tires, including hand-cooked Dynapro ATM. Farmers and ranchers trust Call Service as their trucks crisscross Southeast Kansas, providing on-the-farm tire service daily. Plus, Calls is a first stop for lube and oil changes. Get back in the game with your new set of hand-cooked tires, never halfway. Available now at Call Service. Check them out online at callservicellc.com or call 620-724-4121.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgerard.com or call 620-724-4090.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Labette County Lady Grizzlies at the half. Lady Grizzlies lead at 28-13. And the story is that half-court pressure applied by the get ready for the second half of action from Ted Arthur Gymnasium here tonight as Girard Lady Trojans start their Kansas Class 4A Division II title defense. Looking rough in the first one. You're watching Girard Lady Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Crock and Telephone Cooperative has been serving Girard in southeast Kansas for 65 years. In 1952, we helped our members connect with each other using telephone lines. Today, we connect our members with the entire world using fiber optics. While the technology has changed, our commitment to deliver it is not. Good luck, Trojans, from your friends at Crockhand. Check us out on the web at ckt.net.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop and issue mascot debit card. While you're there, be sure to ask about their e-power checking, mobile banking, and bill pay, and new Guardian Secure Checking. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC, and a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Go Trojans!
For over 80 years, Evans Motors has provided some of the best handshakes in the four-state area. No matter what type of handshake a situation calls for, Evans Motors will guide the hand into its proper position with the correct amount of pressure. Risky handshakes, classic handshakes, or something in between. Nate and Eddie have an arsenal of shakes roughly umpteen. So the next time you want an optimal handshake, come to Evans Motors in Pittsburgh.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Welcome back to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium, Girard, Kansas, for the Girard National Bank halftime show. Let's take a look at some of those halftime stats brought to you by Exchange State Bank. Halftime stats are brought by Exchange State Bank, one of the oldest banks in southeast Kansas. Exchange State Bank is proud to be locally owned and operated, providing quality customer service, online banking, bill pay, mobile banking, and more. At Exchange State Bank, you're not just dealing with bank employees, you're banking with friends. Learn more at esbks.com. All right, first off with the Girard Lady Trojans, not much to talk about offensively. Being led in scoring tonight by Sydney Crane with 9. 7 of those coming in the second quarter. And Caleb Flaherty rounding out the scoring for the Trojans with 4. All of those coming in the first quarter. A lot of turnovers, a lot of team fouls, not a lot of points. Labette County Lady Grizzlies, they're led in scoring by Aubrey Sorrell. She had 7 points, 5 of those in the second quarter. Justice Brackney with 6, all of those in the third quarter. Howard Evans has 4. Kate Smith with 4. Tristan Gegg had 5, 3 of those in the first quarter. And Caitlin Helwig rounds out the scoring with a pair. At the half, the Girard Lady Trojans trail the Lady Grizzlies 28-13. As we defensive pressure. The story of the first half. I'm tired of hearing it, and I'm tired of saying it. I'm sure Coach Walker tired of seeing it out there on the floor. Hopefully, the Trojans have some tactical answer for that half-court trap. Grizzlies will have it. Half. Bound it to Gegg. She'll bring it across half court. Now Hellwig with it. Back up top to Brackney. And she'll push it ahead. Gabby Sands with it. Her shot on the way from the baseline. No good. Long rebound. Track down. They're going to say last touched. And Labette County will control it. Trojans not applying any defensive pressure. Picking them up at half court. Playing it. 30-second timeout.
This is Girard Sports Live. This is Girard Sports Live.
Welcome back to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. 6:45 to play third quarter. Lady Trojans don't look much better here in the third quarter than they did in the first half with the turnovers. That one's thrown away again. Sydney Crane tipped away. A couple of Trojans had a shot at it.
Returning to the lineup for the Trojans.
Hellwig with it into the corner. Now down low to Brackney. She works for the back of the basket. Follows her up in the middle of the lane. Getting to the ball. Shot is on the way and good. 9 points for Sorrell. Give the assist to Brackney. Trojans really strong in the season. Pass play, intercepted, and back to and Kristen Gegg with the easy to 13.
13, Drake Worrell. 21, Brickley.
Battle Lord doing the inbound pass. But now it's Labette County ball. It's just an academic exercise. The team gets it in. And that's your ball game. Coach Westcott tried to call a timeout. We'll see if the officials are going to allow it or not. And it's chaos. Coach Smith not happy. Nobody's happy. You can't give that timeout there. Of course, you can't call a foul earlier where you called one either. It was chaos. It was an efficiently officiated game up until the last 15 seconds.
Benches cleared. Really the stands are cleared as well. Yeah. Everyone's on their seat and
nobody's happy.
Nobody on either side is happy.
No.
One side is unhappy that that's even a discussion at this point, and the other side is happy that it wasn't a guarantee.
Oh, wow. I don't know what. There's 0.3 seconds, so are we resetting the clock? Because if he called the timeout, Girard had possession, he called timeout. That's what they're saying. So they put 0.3 seconds. I mean, you're just going to have to lob it up to the basket and hope Moya can go tip it in, honestly. I mean, that's the only play you've got here if you're the Trojans. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I will say this. After the show that we saw in the first session, the girls' game, as lopsided as that was and as kind of unsynchronized as the Trojans were, this has turned out to be quite a spectacle.
Yeah, this has been a game right here. It's been a very competitive game. I guess that the only thing I take away from it is that the officials kind of took over here in the last 20 seconds of this game. In my opinion as a fan, played a little too large of a role in deciding who won this game.
I can agree. Even an unbiased, because I have no ties to.
No, I don't have a dog in this fight, but you hate to see the referees decide who's going to win the game. I mean, why not just have them flip a coin? Everybody can go out and get a burger. There's the long lob pass to the bucket. Dean tips it away, and that's the ball game. Hard-fought game by both squads. Labette County came out hot, shooting the ball, and played well enough in the fourth quarter to hold off the Trojans, who really put on a surge in the second quarter, but came up short as they dropped this one 49-47 to the Labette County Grizzlies. We'll step away for a moment. When we come back, we'll have the Evans Motors post-game show. You've been watching Girard Trojan basketball.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Norris Outdoor has a huge selection of quality billboards spread throughout southeast Kansas, giving you the ability to put your business in front of thousands of customers daily. But did you know? Norris Outdoor can also be where you get your next digital sign for your business, school, church, or sports venue. Norris Outdoor Signs is now a distributor of Sky Slate digital signs, giving you direct from the manufacturer pricing and giving your business a brand new look with high-resolution digital signage. To learn more, call Jared Norris at 620-249-7462. Norris Outdoor is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
Paoni Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Paoni DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Paoni has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Paoni Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to paonidental.com.
Producers Co-op of Girard has been serving the needs of farmers and ranchers in southeast Kansas for decades. With a wide range of products and services, you'll be sure to find what you're looking for. Contact the Agronomy Center for seed recommendations, seed treatments, crop scouting, and more, or stop by the farm store for feeds, equipment, supplies, clothing, and accessories. Producers Co-op also has bulk fuels and propane available. To see everything Producers Co-op Association has to offer, visit them online at www.girardcoop.com or give them a call at 620-724-8241.
For all your insurance and financial service needs, call your State Farm agent TJ Belcher in Girard today.
This is Girard Sports Live.
I mean, Duke scored 29 of their 47 points.
You built a castle so that the prince and princess can live happily ever after. You brought the sunshine to shine upon the whole family's future. But when the sun hides behind the clouds, State Farm can help. We put the life back in life insurance to protect your family's finances, not only in the future, but today.
Call your State Farm agent TJ Belcher in Girard today at 620-724-4558.
This is Girard Sports Live.
Welcome back to Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium, Girard, Kansas, for tonight's post-game show. It's brought to you by Evans Motors. Evans Motors has been helping get people on the road since 1935. Stop by the lot just south of Pittsburgh, see Nate or Eddie for a test drive, and let them find you the vehicle that's right for you. Or check out their online showroom at www.evansmotors.net. Heath, man, what a game, the drama, the excitement. Two very well-matched teams up and down Girard. really most of their scoring coming through Caleb Muya, 29 points on the night. Labette County much more evenly dispersed scoring, but man, when they really needed a bucket, they put the ball in the hands of Javon Relaford, and he took them all the way tonight. He had 19 points on the game, only 6 at halftime, so 13 of his points came in the second half. Very timely for Labette County, because without that scoring output in the second half, this would have been a different story for them. So let's take a look at some of these final stats, brought to you by Westridge Assisted Living. Westridge Assisted Living allows seniors to remain active and enjoy their daily lives in a worry-free, stress-free environment. Stop by and see Kathy and Girard to learn more about what Westridge Assisted Living has to offer you and your loved ones. All right, the Trojans, first off, led in scoring tonight by Caleb Muya. Scored 29 points, 21 of those in the first half. Really keyed that Trojan surge in the second quarter that gave them that 1-point halftime lead. They were trailing by double digits at one point there in the first half. Next up in scoring, Carter Doherty finished the night with 10, 6 of those coming in the second half. Ethan Goff had 6, Evan Troike had 2, and that's all the scoring for the Trojans. So you know Coach Westcott wants to get that a little more evenly dispersed throughout the team and not have one guy carrying so much of the load, but tonight Muya really kind of showed everybody what he's capable of, and sky's the limit with this kid.
Absolutely, and you know, for Labette County, we saw a handful of different aspects of the game of basketball that proves that they at least early on were the better team, and as the game progressed, Girard kind of showed up to the challenge and decided to put a hand in the face. But Relaford and Russell early on in the game showed some deep threat, and then you had Easton Dean, the 6'7" post, who was just able to really manhandle anybody that he got in front of with backside to the goal. Was able to back into him and put the ball against the glass. That was some inside presence, and we weren't really sure how the matchups were going to go down between Easton Dean and Muya. And as the game progressed, Labette County ended up putting Relaford on Muya, which kind of seemed to balance it out a little bit better. Neither one between the two started to score a whole lot in the latter half of the third and all of the fourth, really. But both definitely posed their presence, and it turned out for a great ball game. It was unfortunate, like we said, how the game ended with a referee, a questionable call. I wouldn't say questionable, more like more controversial. Yeah. Very very ill-advised. The way that they were quiet on the whistles for the duration of the game was balanced, and then right there at the end, it just seemed like everything was biting. It seemed like the tension, the emotion, kind of caught up with the officials as well, and they called that last minute and a half of the game very differently than they called the entire game up to that point. So interesting to watch it go down for the Labette County Grizzlies. Of course, most important for them, they get a 1 in the win column. And they were led in scoring by Javon Relaford, 19 points, and 13 of those coming in the second half. Like I mentioned earlier, next up Tanner Russell had 13 points, 12 of those coming from beyond the arc. So you can tell what his specialty is for Labette County. Easton Dean finished the night with 10 points, but more importantly, just a big presence under the bucket, lots of rebounds, lots of altering shots, and just enough tonight, just enough for the Labette County Grizzlies to come away with a 2-point win here in Girard on the road. So a good win for them out of the SCK Conference. Tough night for the Trojans, but man, you could see a lot of positives, a lot of potential in this team, and we'll see how they fare as we move on through the CNC schedule. I think that a lot of teams in that CNC league are going to have a hard time with the Girard Trojans. So things look good for both of these teams, but tonight Labette County Grizzlies were the better team, and they come out on top 49-47. And Coach Westcott heading up here to talk to us right now. And the post-game coach interview is brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust. They've been serving the area for 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard schools. Go Trojans! Learn more at mybankcnb.com. Coach Westcott, thanks for coming in and joining us here after this game. Man, thrilling. Came right down to the wire, and Trojans just kind of came up short on a couple of calls there at the end, and
didn't go your way tonight, but certainly a lot of bright spots, it looks like, on that roster for you.
Yeah, early in the season like this, probably the thing I was pleased with the most is the heart our kids showed tonight. Showed a lot of heart. They jumped out to a good lead there early in the first quarter, and you could tell we were like deer in headlights there early on tonight, and took us a little bit to get to game speed, but I thought our kids responded well, showed a lot of heart, fought hard, and we figured some things out as the game went on. But the Relford kid, you got to give him a lot of credit too. He really took over there in the fourth and did some nice things. But I can't say enough about our guys right now. They really responded, and we came up a little bit short, but I think we got some good things to look forward to ahead of us.
Yeah, both Girard teams kind of looked a little out of sorts on the first quarter tonight, but your guys really turned it around in the second quarter, and that was led by Caleb Muya. Had most of his points there in that big second quarter surge that sent you guys to the locker room with a lead. Talk a little bit about what it was that kind of led to that turnaround there in the second.
Well, I think our guys started looking for him a little bit. We started getting the ball where he needs the ball, and that made a big difference. Our guys, they understand, he can really score and put it in the hole when he needs to, and our guys were able to put him in position tonight to get him the ball and make some good things happen. But I thought our kids give a lot of effort. I thought we did a better job in the second half of boxing out. Early on that first quarter, I don't know how many putbacks they had, run-outs they had. Just easy things that we can't be giving up if we're going to beat good teams. And they've got a good team. They've got all five guys back, I think, this year. And, they got one hurt right now. He gets back, they're going to be even better. So, they're going to be a test for anybody down the road. But, I'm pleased with their effort, but not happy with the outcome.
Now, for a lot of fans here in Southeast Kansas, this might, you're familiar with him, but we may not be familiar with Caleb. He's got some real physical tools. It looks like he can jump out of the gym. I'm watching him in warm-ups. He's got good range. It's pretty rough when you're a coach. You get a player like that,
It's one of those things that they make kids like Caleb will make coaches look really good. So he did some nice things for us tonight. We're really hoping we can sneak one in here and get this one because the word will be out on him now. He had a great summer. He's really improved since last year, and he had a good year last year. He played well for us last year. Just wasn't really our main guy last year, but was capable. There was nights he was our main guy last year as a sophomore, but he's got a lot of good things down the road ahead of him, and we got to keep him in the weight room because he takes a beating night in and night out, I think.
Now, what do you tell your team after this one? It was an up and down game. They did get that slow start, but showed a lot of poise coming back. What do you take out of this one heading into your next game?
Yeah, we've got a week off, which is good. I like that schedule right now for us here early in the year. So we need to get back on, watch some film. Guys need to see themselves. We haven't seen ourselves yet as a team, on film. So we'll watch some film next week and see where we've got to improve, and we've got to improve on a lot of areas. It's early in the year, and it was a little bit ugly at times tonight, but you can expect that whenever it's a first game of the year, and hopefully we can come out next Friday and show that we've improved. And I know in football a lot of times your biggest improvement is from that first to that second game, and we hope that holds true for us again here in this next week, because we'll have our hands full again next week. Baxter's got a really nice team.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for stopping by and talking to us after tonight's game. Probably not a lot left in the tank for you, but we appreciate it.
Guys, appreciate the coverage. Thanks for coming out.
All right, that's head coach Rod Westcott of the Girard Trojans. They came up just short tonight against the Labette County Grizzlies. They dropped this one 49-47. Start the season at 0-1, and like Coach Westcott said, they got a week off to look at things, talk it over, practice up a little bit, get ready for Baxter Springs, start their CNC league play. But man, you can't hope for a more competitive game than the one we saw here tonight between these two teams.
Absolutely not, and it was kind of a beauty how the matchups worked. The bigs fared very well against the opposing bigs. Guard play was relatively even. Of course, you had Rutherford and Russell who were just able to send daggers from deep, and there's not a whole lot you can do about that besides just face guard. And even with face guarding comes its dangers. So very, very well balanced. I think Girard kind of, I don't want to say they got cheated out of it, but I'm sure they got undersold. Nobody really expected this to be quite the performance that it was, especially after football season when Labette was just so dominant and they returned a lot of those players into this team, and so people just expected the same kind of results.
Yeah, I talk about my high school era back in the Cretaceous period. I went to Pittsburgh High. We had a state championship football team. We were awesome at football, and then all these other schools were just absolutely annihilate us at basketball. There's just no sense to it. Like, we had good athletes, but basketball to football, they just don't translate. You only put 5 guys out on the floor at one time in basketball, and so it's a whole nother ball game. And I just remember, we tell other teams during basketball, wait till football season. They tell us during football, wait till basketball season, and we all knew it was going to happen. But tonight, Labette County, not quite as dominant here on the hard court, but they do just enough to come away with the win as they drop the Girard Trojans 49-47, and that's going to do it for our broadcast here tonight for the Evans Motors post-game show. So for Heath Adkins, I'm Josh Ledner saying thanks for joining us from tonight from Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium. We'll see you in about a week for the matchup with Baxter Springs. You've been watching Trojan basketball on Girard Sports Live.